Hey guys, are you ready for another DIY? Today I'm going to show you my take on Joanna Gaines' Hearth and Hand at Target, her artificial pine wreath with bell. I'll show you a picture of it. Okay, this is on the website, and if you see, and I'm sure a lot of you have already seen this, but I am going to make my own, and I'm not going to use that kind of a bell. And what they've done, it looks like, and I haven't seen them in person, I'm sure. Anyway, what I'm going to do, this for a 6-inch is $9.99. 6-inch, that is very small. 6-inch, well, you know, 6-inch, it's not that big. It looks bigger on here, and they do sell a bigger one. $5 I would pay. I won't pay 10. So I looked at this and I thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead and make my own. And so what I did, so now that I've shown you that, I am going to take a leftover pick and some of a old garland, and I'm going to use one of the bells that I used for my take on her bell garland, and I'm going to use this bell instead. So what I'm going to do is, I got some wire, and I don't know the gauge of it, but it's not real flimsy, but it's not real stiff either. And so I made a circle, and I'm going to cut off and just twist this into that as much as I can. Okay, so there I have my circle, and I think I'll go out and get a little bit more in the garage. Take this off because I don't want to, if I try to undo this, it's going to tweak the rest of this wire. So throw that away. I want to try to get these as much to the same size as I can, if I can. See, this one made a perfect circle. This one's kind of wonky, so I don't know how well, and I don't even know if it's going to be the same size, so we'll see. But let me get this one done. So now I have my circle. I might wrap this. I just don't want it to lose its shape. Well, if I could do this, it's going to give it a little bit more body, and it might not bend as easy and get out of shape. So I think I am going to wrap this. So let's start at the bottom here where it is already tied, because this is where I'm going to put all of the evergreen and the bell on this part. So this, well, I guess it really wouldn't matter, would it? Whatever. And I don't want to cut this off because I don't know how much I'm going to need, so I can't tie it yet. Okay guys, so I have my wire and it's in a circle. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this jute around it. I decided I am going to do this because it's going to give me more body. And I'm going to use a pretty long piece, but not as long as this because it's going to be too much to feed it through and it's going to be a hassle. I can always glue little bits of it back. I'll show you. Let's put this over here out of the way. I can already tell that would have been a pain in the wazoo had I kept the huge length of this. Alright. So I'm just going to start wrapping this. And I think what I'll do is I will just glue a little piece of the jute to itself. just so it will adhere and I don't have to keep holding this. I'm not going to have you stay with me through this whole wrapping. You don't need to see that, I'm sure. And again, here where it's a little bit more bunched up is okay, because this is going to be the bottom anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this, and when I'm all done wrapping it, I'll be back. Okay guys, I went ahead and I wrapped it, and it did make it more sturdy, so I'm glad I did. But you know what? I'm looking at this right here, and I have this really zoomed in a lot. I don't think it's wire at all, or wrapped. I think it's wood. I can't tell. If anyone bought this, let me know, because I'm just not being able to tell. I know it's not wrapped, I can tell. So I don't know if it's a wood. I don't know. But these look plastic. They don't even look like they're, you know, your typical what you would get with your picks. It's plastic. It's definitely plastic. And then here, the bells have been wired on to whatever this base is. So anyway, I was looking at that and I want to show you. So what I've done so far, like I said, I wrapped it and it really did look, it made it a lot more sturdy. So cool. Now I'm going to put this, I'm going to cut it with my wire cutters. Is the deal here. You'd think these would, well I did. Whew. Okay. So I'm going to wrap, I think I'm going to kind of wrap this. You want some kind of wire, I would think. So you can kind of wrap it around a little bit. Yeah, you know, depending on the wire that you use, what I had done, it wouldn't have worked well because it would have been too flimsy. And this, I mean, even now you can see if I really pulled it, it would wonk out. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just glue this a little bit so it stays where I want it. I thought these were really cute, and like I said, had it been like $5, I wouldn't have had a problem, but $10 for a 6-inch to me is just too much. Hope. So, here's that so far. Okay. And now, if I had, well, I don't know if I would. I was going to say if I had the bell like she did, which I'm sure you can find something similar. It's just a bell. But I might use it. But because, like I said, I am doing my bell garland and it's made with these, I kind of want to keep with the same theme. What I just thought of I could do also is to make this the same. Boy, I wish I had more of this, but I don't. But what I could do so it stays kind of, I'll use this for the second part, and then, yeah, it'll be okay. You know, too, this wrapping it, it makes it easier to glue something on because it would have been hard to adhere this to metal. I just thought of that. What you could use too is an embroidery hoop. Buy an embroidery hoop, they're very cheap, and you could use that as well. So there's that part. Now, just to tie the bell on. Now, hers had 2 bells. I don't know that I'm going to... I'm just going to tie this on. Hers, I think, was wrapped. Okay, guys. Here's hers. And here's mine. Let that dry. And then I'm going to let that dry. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of this so it's closer to here. Leave that open. Do a little bit more gluing here. So there you go. There it is. Not exactly the same, but the same concept. Get a piece of wire, wrap it with some jute, put some of your leftover evergreen and a bell, and there you have it. So I hope you liked this. If you did, please share, like, and if you are not subscribed to my channel, I'd love if you'd become a part of my YouTube family. And until my next DIY, you guys remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. Talk to you soon, guys. Bye. Okay, everyone, here is my Joanna Gaines inspired Christmas wreath from Hearth to Hand. And I just have one up on my pantry door. Now I could have put it up with some buffalo plaid since that is the theme that I went with this year, but I decided just to go with a piece of jute to hang it. And I might make more for next year and hang them on my 4 major kitchen cupboard doors. I'm not sure. But this year, I'm just putting it on the one. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like up. Okay? Alright, guys. Okay, guys, now let's go over to the Jingle Bell Garland. Okay, guys, and here it is. Now, if you have followed me and looked at my Christmas home tour, you already saw it. But for those who haven't, here is what it looks like. And I think it turned out very well. I'm pleased with it. And it cost me all of probably $1 having the jingle bells and the jute, if that. And it went perfectly with this sign, again, that I got from Hobby Lobby, because they also have the brown jingle bells. And those are what I used in my decor, wherever I used the jingle bells. So I just wanted to show you what it looked like up. All right, guys, take care, and remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever, ever forget that. Talk to you soon. Bye.